Want to know how to film rollers with your Pocket 3? Then this video is for you. Today I'm going to show you how to shoot rollers with your Pocket 3. And we're going to do 3 types of shots. I'm going to go over the crew, the kit, and all the tech you need to pull this off. Plus some sound design. Stay around to the end because I'm going to show you the final result. So the physical gear you need is obviously your Pocket 3. There's a Hydra Alien Mini damper on this already. This takes out the vibrations. And then you need a Hydra Mini Alien, I can't get my words out today. This just fixes on the side here, like so, and locks in. You get your bounce to take away basically the suspension on your vehicle as it's going up and down. And this then takes out all those little vibrations. You will also need some cleaning products. This is not a sponsored video at all by Turtle Wax, but you need this to clean your vehicle, plus a couple of detailing cloths to clean it, because we have a suction mount on here. And then finally, you need some filters. So filters are key for the settings. So here are KNF filters, these are ND filters, plus then we're also combining it with a CPL filter as well, a polarizer. A polarizer will take away the reflection of the sky on the top of your vehicle and also darken the sky, make it look much nicer. So we've got our car. The first thing you want to make sure is decide on where you're going to mount it. The lower the better, because it makes it much more dynamic, much more cinematic, because the camera itself it's only 20mm, so it's pretty wide, the lens on that. So we've decided on this area here, just enough space. So before I actually put it on there, always good practice, no matter what you're doing, wherever the car is immaculate like John's is, I mean, it's pristine, always give the surface a bit of a clean, a bit of rub over. Try not to get any water. Right, I've now somehow got some water going down there. What I saw out the back of that Tesla, I have noticed that 97% of you aren't subscribed to our channel, which is just mind-blowing considering the views and comments and likes we're getting on the video. It's free, doesn't take a second. If you could hit that subscribe button, it means that myself and the team can keep bringing you these great videos. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much for all your support. Now, let's get back to fixing this to the Tesla. Grab your Tilta Hydra Alien mount Mini. You want to push against the surface, but keep in mind that when that starts sucking, it will expand. Excuse the pun. Right, push against it. And you can see that's expanding out. Got pretty close to 75D, but it didn't actually hit it. Once it's on there, give it a bit of a wiggle. That's not going anywhere. I think I can actually move the Tesla itself. Next, take your mount. I always advise putting this on first, then putting it on here and balancing it. We're not going to be far off, but you can see it's pointing down. So I just need to take this, adjust it up, make sure it's balanced. And I think that is pretty central. Let's talk about the settings on here. So we've gone for 25 frames a second, 50 shutter, which will give you that lovely motion blur in the background. We've gone for D-Log 10-bit, which maintains all the color grading, so if it can do some nice color grading in post, bring back the overexposed areas, lighten the darkened areas, always advise that. We've got NDs on there, and all we've got to do now is make sure it's all properly exposed and we're good to go. So let's make our way to the motorway, or a highway in the US for you guys. So we're getting up to speed about 70 miles an hour. We're doing a few different moves here. We're doing one where the truck zooms up as best it can to a Tesla to create that like, wow, here comes the vehicle we're shooting. And then we're doing shots where we're moving across the lanes, moving around. This is where the Pocket 3 comes into its own, because all these movements are tracked on the phone. You can highlight your vehicle and it will just do all the movements for you. Better yet, you can highlight different parts of the vehicle. So if you want to focus on the front of it, or the side of it, or the back of it, you can do that. This is why the Pocket 3 is so good for rollers. As you can see, we are going very, very fast. Now, we're only hitting the speed limit of 70 miles an hour. I don't know what that is in kilometers. I've flashed it up right now. And it is doing a fine job. And one of the things which is making it so good is the damper on the Hydro Mini Alien. It is taking out all those vibrations. It's the Hydro Alien Mini bouncing up and down. It's taking away all the shocks. And I don't know about you, but when I look at this footage, I'm a bit like, wow, was that actually filmed on a tiny camera? Our second position for the camera is on the side of the Tesla. This is so that we can get some close-up shots of the vehicle we're filming. Obviously, in this case, it's our truck. And what you want to do is really like focusing on like the lights, the wheels, any sort of details which will show off this vehicle. The reason why I like going for a side-on shot is because if you're building a montage clips of your vehicle, you want different. You don't just want the front of it, you want the side of it. But have you noticed how fast it looks? We're only doing around about 55, 60 miles an hour here, but you can see that background going past very quickly, and that is down to the shutter being at 50 and the frame rate being at 25. If you had that shutter up higher, you're going to get a lot of staggered motion, but that just looks super cool to me. It looks like we're going much faster than sort of like 55 miles an hour. Now our third shot is with the camera mounted on the front of the Tesla. Now this is where it gets very interesting because I don't know about you, but I've not seen many shots done this way. But we've mounted this quite low on the front again, but we had to be very careful here because the Tesla is a lot lower than the truck. So you get this point where because the Pocket 3 is a 20mm lens, everything looks a little further away than it actually is. We're actually quite close together here, but in order to get like the frame filled up with the truck, you literally have to be touching each other You literally have to be bumper to bumper, and that is not safe at all, especially when the car with the camera cannot see in front. Let's just quickly touch on the safety aspect of doing these type of shots. Now, it's far safer having the Pocket 3 on your vehicle than people actually hanging out of the back of a vehicle, a minivan or a truck, which most of us will see. That's highly dangerous. Can you just imagine a car slamming in the back? You're going to lose your legs. This is far safer, but it doesn't make it perfect. So the lead vehicle, which is the one with the camera on it, will be giving directions all the time to the car you're filming. You want to make sure that communication is 100%. In our instance, I was given a direction because obviously creating this video and my friend was driving the car. So I'd say to him, right, stay in the middle lane, I'm going to the left lane and I'm going to go right across to the other side. And then I'll communicate exactly what we're doing every step of the way. It's not an easy thing to do. I would recommend that you have at least 3 people for a shoot like this. You have the 2 drivers plus the camera operator. And if you want to go that extra step, I'll try and record some sound design as well, because it's all very well creating these beautiful shots, but if you put in some sound design with a bit of music, just perfect. So guys, now that we've run through everything, here's the final results. Hope you enjoyed my little montage. None of this would be possible without the Tilta Hydro Alien Mini. If you want to know more, my full review on it, check it out here. Take care guys, I'll see you soon.